Perfect. Washi gonna find Bolu, but does get hit markers by Jez. Going up against, they're now all tied up 1-1. Theo is going to get taken down by Jazz. You can now see Jazz pushing up towards the B flag. We're rocking that 35 round. See that we have Vague pushing up incredibly far, but this should be a free kill for Theo, sure enough. With the push from the backside, finds Jazz.
Licença, Tocinha! Pofo! Botão no cofrinho do Ibis! Pofo pra cima do Delzinho! Double pofo do craque! Faz clipe aí, meu chat! Você tá no YouTube, faz o clipe da jogada! Tomara tá!
Um som, morto.
Vou cravar esquerda, vou cravar cima, crava esquerda, crava esquerda.
Tem um, só tem ar. Vai ter mais um.
Aí tem que botar essa
Pode ver agora, calma, segura.
Sub-Zero pernambucano. Nossa!
And we've got two players left to deal with. FN 420. Oh my god, Lucky, what the hell was that? Count them out. Can't do it. Lucky is Dark Wizard. You're the only hope here, Dark Wizard. Oh my god. We've got a 2v5 that is a reality. Lydia looking for the shots. Lydia's gonna round the corner. Lydia finds one. Lydia just needs to find Lucky. Doesn't happen. We're going to another round. The most at the moment finds another one. Just an absolute demon. Moving quick list in with the side of Nova. Dave, we're going to go in and
People see, there is one A now.
Marvel misses one, but doesn't miss twice.
out. Oh my. Chris, he's all 1-4. Where you at, homie? I know you're in a typical sniper area, but right now you're a sniper. It ain't even close. Lucky, get headshot. Costco, you want the smoke? Get it too, homie. We got a 1v1.
Oh my goodness, Iona! Bro, watch.
Extend was left alive. Now it's Iona looking to make this.
Yo, this girl's dirty! Aggressively push up to this degree. Lydia's able to find one. Artem, Misa coming through. What's that? Is that a kilo? Whoa! Artemisa, Damascus kilo. Ooh, Kells finds one, is looking for two, but Artemisa. Yo, this girl kind of nuts with the kilo, bro. I have been. Down herself on that Sparrow shot, but the Angels do maintain this P3. Oh, brick stuff! Well, it was looking good for a minute there for the beginning of this round, but it has quickly gone in favor. I think you're right on the money. You see Arrow can push that up, finds two in the feed to start things off. Those double kills are worth a ton of points, let alone
King of North America. We are here live, finally, after a long-awaited wait. Been a bit of a time since our last Mobile Mayhem broadcast. As always, it's your boy Verdict joining me tonight. One and only Denominate. Talk to me, buddy. It's been a minute since we casted together, but not a lot has changed in this competitive scene, with the only thing actually doing so was Mayhem's rise to the top, bro. Those guys look amazing.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely been a lot going on with all the Stage 4 and worldwide content that we have been having. I've definitely been watching a lot of the Bobby watch parties, and let me tell you, the competition for Stage 5 this year is looking absolutely insane. And a lot of these teams that really struggled for a little bit to kind of get the groove going have been looking really solid as well. So I'm feeling better. We've got games to cast today, so I'm super, super excited to be here, especially back with you, Verdict, as well.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. How's this format going to work? Right now, we are technically in the playoffs. It doesn't feel like we've had a proper season per se, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Right now, I'm taking a look at the brackets and what we're expecting, what we're not expecting. What we're not expecting is ARP, as they have forfeited out, they have withdrawn from the tournament and are no longer competing. That's quite all right. Tribe going to get the opportunity to sound off, as they will be moving on to face the winner of our first matchup of the night, which technically is going to be Team Mayhem and Luminosity. A little bit of a bad blood in the water situation. This is a Stage 4 Grand Finals rematch. We're only going to get to see 3 games, maybe just 2, depending on how we're seeing these two teams play it out, but it's a best-of-3 format in this round 1. Best of 5 moving forward, double elimination style. Should be a quick playoff run, probably the quickest we'll ever see. Best of 3 tonight, best of 5 tonight, and then we've got a best of 5 in the losers bracket, and then the grand final. So, I mean, this is about as abrupt as it's going to get, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're really getting down to the wire. We've got 2 nights of competition here this week. And, you know, first off, we've obviously got Team Mayhem going up against LG, and I think this is going to be an epic kind of precursor or a pre-Stage 5 showing that we're going to get out of these two teams. And I think that's super, super exciting for tonight. So our next couple of days of gameplay should be super, super solid. Do you have a potential favorite for our matchup tonight?
God, man, I just, you know, to be honest with you, the first one, I think it's a flip of a coin. You know, we saw how both of these two teams faced off against each other. It was a gritty matchup. That Mayhem team looks so damn good on LAN. I just feel like they're still missing a little bit of something extra to kind of contest this LG roster, and the LG actually has tech in the mix too. So that may not necessarily be a good sign for this Mayhem team. We'll see how they handle the pressure, though. And talking about favorites, I know this is going to be one of our favorites, prize pool money. We'll talk about that real quick before we jump into this first series. $2,500 is what's up for grabs, twice as much as what EU gets. Bringing in twice as many, you know, competitors too, right? Well, I don't know, bro. This grand finals of this playoff has had its fair share of misfits as well. $1,200 for first place, $800 for second. Third receives $400. You're almost guaranteed. You're literally guaranteeing yourself just by playing tonight $400, Dave. How crazy is that?
That's pretty epic. That is pretty epic, and I gotta say, I'm damn excited about the matchup that we have ahead. And I know one of the big topics of discussion, specifically this LG roster, was if they were going to be bringing Tech to a starting position or not. So I'm glad to see him in the mix here. Unsure if that's going to be permanent. Obviously, that does mean we're missing out on another superstar in the mix. So we'll have to see how this team is going to play here together. Maybe this is a little bit of a trial period as we get ready to run, but they've got some tough competition for sure.
Oh, they do indeed. Yeah. Arguably one of their best players from Stage 4 in LG, Marshy. That's right. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I think that he was voted on by a majority of the people for that winning roster to be, you know, number 1. But Cartels, man, that guy just came out of nowhere, bro. Like, we knew he was kind of cracked, but that land buff, man, that land buff hits a little different. We'll take a look at the best of 3 here, as we're going to respect the opponents. We'll see how they face off against each other. One's going to be moving up in the winner's bracket. One's going to be moving down. And surely still a chance to fight. First game on the board is going to be a Summit Hardpoint. Interesting. Usually that's an auto veto from the side of LG. Not sure what's going on in the thought process here. We don't have Marshy here playing that, free OBJ role. And I'm kind of concerned for LG off the bat. We'll see how they handle the pressure now as we get into a game 2 as well. It's going to be an S&D on Express. If it does go to distance, we will see a Crossroads be the difference maker. I just don't know. I mean, was there something in the, were they thinking Marshy was going to play and that's why they didn't ban Summit?
I mean, that's hard to say, but, it could also just be teams wanting to get that practice on a map they're not used to playing. A lot of the competition that we've seen worldwide maybe shows some strengths or some weaknesses that some other teams have. So this might be a little bit deeper of a strategy than that. Try to just get that extra kind of warm up towards stage 5 in. So we'll see, obviously, how these teams are going to perform. We've got a really solid best of 3 here with. The exception of maybe I'm not as big of a fan of Crossroads. I think it has grown on me a little more than it was when it first came out. But overall, it's still just not. It's still not one of my favorites. We talk a lot about Raid, for example, being, quite possibly the best control map that we have in the rotation. So we'll have to be on the lookout for some of our other matchups as we go. But obviously, we've got some operator picks across the table. So far, none really kind of standing out to me. They're all pretty straightforward. We don't have any weird equalizers brought in. So I think this should just overall be a really solid matchup with some of the best level competition that we have.
I completely agree. What I will say too as well, if you looked at the most recent patch notes, I think the equalizer got another damage buff, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know in chat if you've used it recently and you absolutely love it. Let me know. If not, maybe we have to give it a run. As you mentioned it earlier, it's pretty vanilla, pretty plain Jane on the operator choices. Love to see a little bit of diversity, and it's your basic Sparrow, Purifier, War Machine, Claw, Annihilator. But I mean, I've seen some usage out of some of these other operators that we don't necessarily deem as being meta, but also fun, choices as well. So as those things get buffed and moved around and whatnot, hopefully we start to see them come, revitalized back into the mix. So we're getting geared up for it. Game 1's right around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming to the end of the summer 2023 season. We've got Mayhem, we've got LG. They're about ready to spar up as everybody's in the lobby. Kings, Blur, Jesus, Cartels, and Raph going to be making up the starting 5 for Mayhem. And then we've got the typical LG roster that we're used to prior to that stage 4, as Ban, Tech, Envy, Vague, as well as Washi. So no Marshy in the mix tonight. Love to see how this one pans out, considering we haven't seen an LG Summit map in a very, very long time. We'll see how they handle the adversity off the bat, not having one of the better OBJ players / slayers / pace setters in the mix. We'll also see how Tech adjusts. Tech's one of those let me sit back and beam kids from afar. You can't really do that much on Summit, right?
It's definitely limited in areas that you can do. Looking specifically at your P3 and your P4, you do have some of those kind of long angles down the snowy side that you can position yourself in with head glitches on either side to be available. So there's definitely some opportunities for that where a player like Tectonic can absolutely capitalize and help LG get through. Hopefully we'll be in the game here momentarily and can get you guys the action rolling, because I do see all of our players are readied up. And Verdict, I'm super excited to see this. This is some of LG, at least, one of the absolutely most stacked teams that we've seen in North America. And then you look over the other side and you do have some players that have been in those really stacked teams, the likes of Blur, Jesus Saves. You've also got a lot of newcomers who have really showed up. I know you mentioned Cartels. We've also got AORAF and Kings in the mix as well. And these guys have been slaying. I think one of the biggest things for players like Cartels, Raph, and Kings is having a team that has truly been able to capitalize on their talents, and now they have it, and they're popping off. Here we go. Got the shotgun out for Jesus, rocking that R90.
Here we go. Jesus R90 out. Not Not an interesting selection out of him. It's a full wipe, though, for LG. They're going to be back to the spawns and looking to make a break. And it doesn't look like they're going to do it anytime soon. It's Kings all over the objective. The HVK in hand. He's got Raph on the perimeter. Fade. Dumpster. Shut down from the snow site we go. It's Tech. He's coming from afar, and he is going to be able to make it up the staircase. Trophy down. Objective, though, it's going to be a little compromised for the time being. And it does look like Jesus is going to continue to fry on out as we do see LG finally get a break. Oh, my God. Jesus coming through with the smoke early on. The R9-0 looking absolutely lethal in his hands as he finds a nasty 3-piece before being sent back to that spawn.
All right, well, off to a good start for the side of Team Mayhem here. A 32-15 lead, but this is Summit. We know we're really looking for those P3 and P4s, which are going to be your money hills, with P3, I think, being a little bit more of an advantage than P4. But right now, off to a great start. You don't normally see a big lead developed off of a P1 on Summit, and they've done a great job in doing so. And knowing your map, this is a great capitalization of Jesus Saves. All of these hard points are going to be in very, very close proximity, and that R9, 8 kills on the board already to lead the lobby with Kings as well, who's rocking 8 using the HVK. So something you don't see a ton of, but something that's definitely usable. And Kings is known to use things that a lot of players don't. So definitely very excited to see him at this level of competition as Team Mayhem continues to be doubled up on their opponents, or just about, rather. But it does look like a late break going to come through for LG. Kings not going to be able to get that kill on Washi, but Jesus with the 3-piece going to line him up and knock him down. That's going to put him on 11, the first player into double digits as the trickle time goes to LG, but the setup looking decent for the side of Team Mayhem now.
Oh, it is, and you saw Jesus spawn in. He was all the way across the map looking for a big play. They're nowhere to be found. Point's going to be open up for business. Big kills on through. 3 operators invested. Damn near off the rip. 10 seconds into the objective. It is looking pretty safe for the time being. Raph going to be able to rack some kills up, making a 4th now. As we see the Purifier coming out for Cartels. He is the undisputed People's Champ, the MVP from that stage 4. They didn't win, but man, did he look good doing it. Right now, he's going to look with the Purifier on the inside. He's going to be able to find 2 on the backside. They're locking it down too. Tech trying to scrape bias. He's going to be able to find a kill from a distance. Cartel still lurking in the vicinity. And Envy looking for a chance to go big. Shut down. Vague does get a God tier sin for the respawn. But man, this is a little late. You got to go ahead and start saddling up for new. It's a 60-point lead going in favor of Mayhem early on.
All right, well, we'll certainly see. Obviously, plenty of life left in this game ahead of us, but still a sizable lead for the side of Team Mayhem. Now, while you do have that potential of maybe we're not giving away all of our strategies just because this is our competition moving forward, there's also a good chunk of money on the line for just the next couple days of playing. So you know these teams may be holding a little bit back, but will maybe pull some things out just to kind of secure themselves that position. We're still doubled up on the side of Team Mayhem, but this P4 looking really good for the side of LG right now. Tech making good use of that War Machine, gonna find a big 2-piece band, finds a literal frag, taking down Kings, and that gap is quickly closing as the feed is all yellow right now. Team Mayhem unable to make a break. Couple kills finally do come through, but will it be enough? You've got Raph pushing in, but Washi gonna put him down. Vague gonna watch his back and takes down Kings. 3 on the board for him.
Yeah, 3 on the board for him. Here comes the Freddy. Set up for new. It's Mayhem. They're gonna have to recoup the deficits now. About to be a little less manageable, or a little more manageable here for LG. They've done a lot of work here on the P4 rotation. 14 points is the deficit. Cartels going to be able to get the backstab as the transition comes through. LG on the point for the time being. Cartels still in the lurk. Going to find 1 before he gets shut down. Raph nasty with a 2-piece in the mix. And an unoccupied hill for the time being is Mayhem. They're going to claim it for this as the HVK still out in abundance here for Kings, but Vague going to be able to collapse there as the Finnick is out in play. And a little bit of a 50-50 draw, but big gunnies, 1 on the inside of the hill. The feed lights up yellow. Envy and team all over the objective. It's Mayhem now trying to get the break on in as their lead is going to be up for grabs. Here comes Jesus. Shut down, Vague. Continuing the feast on up top. He got control as well. And there has been a moment where there has not been a single kill finally coming through in favor of Team Mayhem as they end the drought for the time being. It's still a little bit up for grabs as this P1's coming down to a reset over towards P2. We've got literally it's a neck-and-neck game at the moment, Dave.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and I gotta say, this has been an exciting one. We started off with Team Mayhem in a really, really strong position, but LG have found their way right back into this game with now only a 1-point deficit, and this P2 is gonna get it for them for the first time in this matchup. LG find themselves in the lead, and it's only momentarily as Kings is able to clean a couple out, but very, very quickly, LG are able to answer back, and here comes the Purifier pop by Band. That may help them secure some of these close-range fights, but Band unable to get the second kill there. And Envy ends up killing himself on a grenade. That's a little bit unfortunate. Not an intentional suicide grenade. He just happened to throw it on point and came around the corner a little bit too fast as LG continue to light up this feed. And right now, the kills on the board for both teams actually very, very even. So nobody having a distinct advantage in kills, nobody having a distinct advantage in map positioning either. But now as P2 dwindles away, we got to set up for this P3, and it looks like Tectonic. He's here and ready to go. Gets two, but Blur and Kings and Jesus come through with three of their own.
Adaption. There it goes. Mayhem not going to have the setup here early for P3. It is LG who are going to be able to continue with the lead. They're going to go ahead and pop some operators along with it. Vague out with the claw. Down goes the trophy system. Looking for the hit. It ain't coming just yet. Jesus. Walks right into those bullets. Could not help it. Hunter Killer up in the air. It is not going to find anybody in the approach now as we split it off. We got one player in Cartels making a wrap from the back. He's going to be able to find one with the HVK, but he is going to be quickly traded out. The backline is still locked down and secured. Mayhem not going to be able to find any luck on that first wave of players, and they're a little bit of a disposition right now. You set up for new. There's a lot of time to give up. They're going to continue to throw a few more bodies at it. It does look like the motion towards that new rotation is going to have to come through because right now you're feeding LG. You haven't had any success. And they've already gotten that 200-point club lined up. The rotation going to come through. Blur going to not read this one. They are coming all the way through snow. In a pivotal moment here for Mayhem. They must stay alive.
Yeah, they absolutely have to. And with their opponents having crossed into the 200-point mark, and not just that, they've blown by it at 214. And they had a phenomenal P4 last time around. So you got to find a way to make a break because with only 31 points to go, LG can absolutely close things out right here, right now. Meanwhile, for Team Mayhem, just shy of enough points if they get the rest of this hold to be a little bit short of their opponents. So definitely a dangerous position for the side of Team Mayhem. But if Cartels can lock this down long enough for the team to make the rotation, we'll have to see. Kings is in, but doesn't see Tectonic. Probably one of those unfortunate mobile situations where the finger might block the view for him.
Oh, Jesus. There we go. All is well, though. 20 seconds left to go. Not enough time for LG to close it out, and maybe a little bit of bad timing there from the players over at LG, but some great timing in favor of Mayhem. They need all this and more as the P1 reset coming up a third time around. LG flirting with a Game 1 victory, only 29 points needed to do so. They've got to set up for early. The P3 or P1 reset coming through right around the corner. Mayhem getting killed on transition. A two-piece there from MV Tech. Gonna get shut down. Blur, though, at a distance. Gonna be able to get one, and here comes the hit. It's gotta come quick. 3 players on the objective. They're stacking it. Oh, but they line up. Oh, my God. Blur able to find one. Envy able to stay alive by an inch. It was literally one shot. And this might do it. Nobody here for Mayhem to contest. Here comes the operators. It's Band up top. It's Tectonic down low. And they've got the shots in. Raph gonna jump right into the pits. It is a blaze and day.
Oh, Cartels!
Oh, Cartels! Oh my God!
Oh, the sweep from behind is so big there to save at least some time for the side of Team Mayhem. But with your opponents being only 6 points away from a victory, you cannot afford to give up scrap at the beginning or at the end. And it looks like the clean out comes in. Kings, the only player close enough to touch, just becomes another victim in Vague's two-piece with the claw. And that is going to be a big opening win for the side of LG in a match that was looking very heavily in favor for the side of Team Mayhem early on.
There we go. Look good for Mayhem off the rip, but doesn't matter if Marshy's in the mix or not. LG are just better in this regard. Tonight lineup looked pretty solid. We'll take a look at the post-action report. LG come out the gate swinging in that second set of hills, and it was a game changer. P3 early setup gets spoiled for Mayhem. LG capitalized, and they just continue to pound away at that lead. Once they got it, I know it was like a brief moment where LG got it back again, but it went right back into LG's pockets, and they just never looked back. 250 to 195, Envy. Your breadwinner in the objective with a minute and 58, 34 and 27 to go along with it. Gotta say, man, if you're fighting for a starting spot in this roster, it is looking good for him as well. Washi, 34 and 28, 25 and 31 for Vague. 2 minutes and 28, actually. So I didn't see that. The objective time gonna be right there along the sides with Envy. Vague gonna be able to capitalize on a lot more time, though. About 30 seconds.
All right, well, like we said, great start for the side of LG, and you can see two players coming through with 34 kills on the board between Washi and Envy. That wasn't top for the lobby. Jesus Saves did come through with that 37, but overall, just a little bit more kills in the second half, that second rotation, for the side of LG, helped them maintain a little bit extra map control, and as a result, they were able to bring back a deficit and then able to capitalize on that momentum and come through with a victory. We had some fantastic operator use out of the side of LG during that game, and for the side of Mayhem, we unfortunately did have a couple operators that got popped and were immediately dropped. And that did kind of stop them from getting a whole lot going. Some great OBJ time spread out for both of these teams as well. You don't got anybody with 0 seconds. You do have a couple outliers down at 22 and 25 seconds, but overall, that can come with the role, right? If you're not a hill player, then you're not going to have a ton of hill time, but at least everybody found points during that game where they were able to point difference is all that was decided in this matchup.
Well, like I said, it was looking good for Mayhem early on, as you've just talked about. 55-point difference. Still rather close there for LG. They're cutting it close. The S&D, though, is certainly one of their stronger game modes. I think Bobby and majority of everybody who was involved in the watch parties for Stage 4 playoffs, we saw them struggle without Tech in the mix, and we don't even know why, because Tech doesn't even like Search and Destroy. You'll ask him, and he'll tell you it's not his favorite game mode, but it's like a yin and yang balance. You throw Marshy in the mix, of course the hardpoint got better, right? But you take Tech out of the mix, the Search and Destroy looked probably the worst it has ever looked. And I'm not just saying that to talk crap. I'm trying to, just kind of convey a message. Like, Devious took one map the whole entire tournament. It was against Tribe, and they almost took a Search or Destroy against LG. So that'll just kind of tell you, it was very, very close, tighten it all the way up into the finish where 2 rounds, kind of went in favor of LG, but it could have gone either way. So with Tech in the mix, he kind of balances out this roster, and of course, with him sniping, he kind of plays a little bit of a laid-off role, kind of just sitting back, doing what he does best, eyes for days, right?
All right, well, we're getting ready for our second match here of the series verdict. For any reminder for anybody who maybe came in a little bit late, we're going to have a Search and Destroy on Express coming your guys' way, and Game 3, if we were to make it that far, would be Control. As you mentioned, Tech, maybe not his favorite game mode, but honestly, Search and Destroy is one that we see him clutch up for teams in the past, time after time. Very, very solid all-around player. So I'm excited to see both of these teams get into this, because actually, I feel like Team Mayhem are a very, very strong Search and Destroy team. So, or had the potential to be. So we'll see how consistency's sake pans out for both of these teams. I personally would love to see a Game 3. In fact, I think with, both of these two teams being Stage 5 competitors, you almost have to see that Control get played out. But that's obviously up to these two teams on who is going to win. But I believe all of our players are ready to go for this matchup. I believe we are ready to go for this matchup as well, Verdict. So Search and Destroy on Express coming your guys' way. And this is a map that Verdict and I waited for so long to have into COD Mobile, and I'm so glad to see that not only is it here, but it is in the competitive map pool as well, because this map deserved to be here from the beginning.
You're absolutely right. This is a classic, man. Many a titles played on this one. It is certainly fitting for a search and destroy role. We'll see if Mayhem can dig themselves out. They got a lot of work ahead of them. Right now, they're going to be on the first 6 rounds of defense. Hit over towards the A site. 3 players stacking it up. Got a little bit of info. Oh my God, Adam. Steady hand going a long way there as that R90 is popping, baby. Cartel's going to be able to get involved as well. Ban, Blur finding one as well. Bombs down currently, and Ban, he's just trying to redeem himself here. Comes the hit. Oh my God, Jesus. And I'm not just talking about the big man upstairs. We're talking about Adam, of course. He's got a 2-piece in this round alone, leaving Tech all alone to do the dirty work. Shut down.
Nice work. Get ready for the next round.
All right, well, a big first round does come through for the side of Team Mayhem, and like we said, Search and Destroy can be one of their strengths when they're all firing on all cylinders. So we'll see how the rest of this matchup is going to go. Obviously, 1 round is not a deciding factor. We can see a 7-round sweep for the side of LG right now if it played out that way. But we'll see. Kings may not have found anything in that first round, but he finds a big opening pick. Blur finds Envy. Banned with the refrag on Raph, but Jesus immediately taking down Vague as well. Now it's a 4-2 advantage in favor of the side of TM over LG. Ooh, but Washi, you can never count this guy out. Going to make it look a little bit more doable. That pick onto Kings is going to bring us to a 3-2 advantage. He might be setting up to find another one here as well. Looks like he's going to actually make the rotation right and could be running into Cartels, but ooh, goodness, that's not good.
That's not good. No bombs being held hostage. Oh my God, what is this atrocity? I restart the emulator. Of course, it looks better, but my God, if you take a look down the iron, or not the sights of, not the iron sights, but the Locust, the Neptune, it is pitch black in there, buddy. Lights are out. I can't see a damn thing. Chat, be honest with you, man. I reset, I restarted. I hoped and prayed for better. Good God, that's just not doable. At any rate, it got worse, so we reset. Game looks a little more smooth, or a little smoother, but other than that, it's probably worse off than it was before. Fake going to be able to find the entry. They've got top control. They're going to get this bomb down. 3 players left standing on the left-hand side of our screen. Mayhem now going to have to dig themselves out of the pits as the first 2 rounds coming through. Kings, boy, what a shot from where the homie? Envy shut down. Washi gets tagged up as well. They cannot get this bomb plant down, D. Finally, Washi's going to be able to stick it. He's opted to make the rotation on the opposite side, but Blur going to be able to chop 1 in half there in Tech. And this is all of a sudden a little bit more of a doable situation here for Mayhem.
All right, well, found 2 rounds off the start for the side of Team Mayhem, but Washi, how'd you miss that? Oh, that could be an opening for the side of TM. I was literally just about to say that LG looked like they have this in the bag. And, well, they sure enough still might with Vague and Band alive. And only 18 seconds to work, but Blur going to pick off 1. Now you got to make a play, buddy. You've got Band to work with here. Pros don't fake.
Oh, yeah, he's dead to rights there. Fish in a barrel. Band shutting him down. That scope, it's nasty, bro. He was on a little bit of a tear. Almost reeled it back in. Man's just sitting on 7. He's cooking, chat. We can't see a lot of it. Just a black scope at this point. I'm not making up terms. This is just literally the reality that the emulator has dealt me. And you cannot see a damn thing that he's looking at, and that's tough. Kings, a little bit of a lightning bolt last round. Here comes the hit over towards the A site yet again. It's Blur going to be able to shut down 1, but a Tectonic able to shut down another. Player advantage still in favor of LG. It does look like this bomb is going to go down along with it. Trophy is set up in perfect proximity. And Raph right here around the corner. Oh my God, the Deagle. Shutting him down. Raph lights out. We'll see you next round, homie. Blur. Exit stage the same way, and it's all on Kings. 1v4, 30 seconds. That bomb is about to go boom. He's going to be able to cap 1 off. My God. Kings. What is he doing?
Well, that is certainly a rather unfortunate moment. We now have 18 seconds on the clock. Once again, it's Team Mayhem in a 1v2, but this time we don't have that pick onto Vague. See what Kings is going to play for here. This is around 4 on the side of LG. Even with that play, Vague going to clean him up. There was going to be no time for the bomb anyway. So all tied up 2-2, and that means we've got 2 more rounds of an LG offense to come through here, and taking an advantage on the side of LG would be absolutely monstrous here. But we'll obviously have to see how it plays out, because if the side of Team Mayhem are able to pick up these next 2 rounds, they actually might be in a decent spot, and Kings coming through big for the team. Tech is down, Band is down, but Cartels, he's going to fall as well. Kings finds a follow-up onto Washi, in the 4-2 advantage in favor of Team Mayhem. Looking to get the lead here. King's good for 3 this round, and now it's just Envy.
No, it's just Envy, but hey, he's found 1v3 up for grabs, technically a 1v4. Here comes the Cavalry. Jesus, almost gets shut down, about 1 shot. You look at his direction, he's dead. Envy now backs against the wall. Here comes the players of Mayhem. They're looking to shut down the rotation. Jesus, get some, homie. You want to? No! He wins it. And Envy almost does it. I mean, that would have been about as nasty as it gets. Mayhem would have probably just had to leave the lobby after that one.
Yeah.
Before Butchered? No. Not so fast, my friend. Raph finds his first kill of the game, and it's possibly one of the most impactful kills so far.
All right, well, we'll obviously see as things continue to roll on. Mayhem really need to find an extra round here to have the advantage going into the second half, as this is going to be their final round on the defense. And you can see this time around, Kings isn't opening things up with a 3-piece. Almost gets the kill onto Vague there. Narrow miss, and time taking away. About 1.5 minutes left for LG to make a play, and you can see how cautious they're playing around this time, because the sniper lineup for the side of Team Mayhem has been absolutely devastating. Kings on 8, Blur on 8. Raph and Cartels a little bit further behind right now, sitting on 1 and 2 respectively. So see if either of those 2 players can turn things up here for the side of Team Mayhem. But looks like a little coordinated push coming towards the B bomb right now.
Yeah, that silence out in abundance. Nobody making a sound for the time being. That train is about to go around the corner. Blur. Oh my God, point blank Vague. And we'll see you next round on the defense, homie. Never stood a chance. Raph tried to get the retrades on out, but it's Kings. He's finally going to be able to secure 1 for himself. Raph going to be able to find another in Band. And all of a sudden, this one about to be falling on its face flat. Envy the last one alive. Last round, 1v4. Not happening again. Raph just has his number when it matters the most. And certainly a much-needed lead here for the boys over at Mayhem. They are going to get the flip. Now they're going to test their luck in the waters of the attack. And you're looking at, from the grand scheme of things, we need a game 3. We need them to prevail here in this attacking search. And we'll see if they can start off on the offense on the right foot. Defense looking solid here from LG. They got the prime setup, but they've given up the big hold over onto this A site. With Jesus getting in there, smoke's going to go down. This bomb should go along with it, but Mayhem don't quite know it. LG are on the prowl. Vague going to be able to shut down 1, Band for another, and just like that, what was looking like a clear advantage for Mayhem is going to slip out of their grips, and they're going to have to play for a few trades before they get this bomb plant.
All right, well, we will certainly see as things continue to rock and roll. Right now, we've got the 4-2 advantage for the side of Team Mayhem, but like I said, going to be a lot more difficult with them being on the offense against a team like LG. And, well, you can see it here in the first round. LG coming through strong with a 4-2 advantage, and they have bomb down confirmed. And unfortunately, this is one of those situations where you do got to be a little bit careful as a bomb carrier of where you are positioned compared to your team. And that bomb honestly got dropped in a pretty bad position, and, well, LG know it, and you can see they're set up just trying to defend that position, and that's all they've got to do. Time is on their side. 40 seconds left in this round. Shy of a miracle coming out of Kings and Cartels. This should be LG closing the gap even just a little bit here.
Oh, jig is up. Here comes the trade. Oh my God, Band, how did you win that, Kings? That wasn't a freebie, buddy, but it was only going to be handed to you on a silver platter. He hopped that train site. It certainly anticipated a little less heat from my boy Bad. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Train rattling our screens for the time being. Round's going to be opening up for business, and Well, right now, it's Mayhem who's going to be stuck in a little bit of a pickle trying to get out of the spawn site. You're looking for a quick A hit. It ain't there, homie. Rotations are going to be made, though, towards that A site, and they've got top control for days. Washi, at a distance, going to be able to shut down one. And just like that, Mayhem losing all that momentum from those first 6 rounds. They're going to have to reel it back in some way, somehow. And pray for a miracle, though. Bomb's made its way over towards this A site. They got top main control as well, and a little bit of a crossfire setup. You got Blur set up on the backside looking for their rotation. And certainly, smoke is going to give away their location, but that bomb plant is coming regardless. Band going to be able to shut down Blur. 3v5 here for the retake.
All right, well, we'll certainly see as things continue to roll. The 3v5, definitely doable, but not going to be easy. Jesus is going to open things up in a good way, getting the kill onto Washi, but Vague right there to take him down. Tech, good for the kill onto Raph. The refrags come through. Tech played that positioning perfectly. He's able to lock that round down for the team. We're now all tied up. 4-4 verdict. Goodness. LG, Team Mayhem. What a match so far between these two teams. An epic hardpoint followed up by a very, very close search and destroy right now. I would personally say, again, being on the defense in the second half, kind of an advantage for the side of LG. And, well, Washi going to pick off Kings, one of the key pieces to the puzzle for the side of Team Mayhem.
Somebody's got to step up. Raph finally going to be able to pick up one there in Vague. Bomb, though, going to be made over. Smoke through. Washi not going to be able to get a clear sight. Almost catches one. There it is. But the trades are in. Blur able to get the refrag. Bomb's down. Now it's Cartel's job. He's got to hold on the fort. The top side's controlled. They're trying to hop it. They're not going to be contested. It's Blur. 30 seconds left to go. This bomb's getting defused. No! Yes! I thought he got the bomb carrier with that nade. It's unfortunate. And in that instance, I, for a second, had a little bit of hope. Unfortunately, even with 11 kills, and then one right before that bomb got defused, Blur not being enough to shut this LG roster down 3 rounds in a row. The drought is real here for the boys over in Mayhem. And this round has to be different. Washi starting off with the first blood this time around. No, it's Vague. It's Envy. King's still alive and kicking for the time being. But your bomb carrier and your bomb is compromised. You're down to 2 and Blur and Jesus as we speak. Make it Blur.
All right, well, the lead has gone in favor of LG as a result of that last round, and it looks like they are not stopping either, with just Blur left alive. 11 kills on the board, but can't win the first gunny against Band. That's going to now be not only map, but match point in favor of the side of LG. Team Mayhem need to find some sort of momentum here to get back into this game. If they're able to pick up 2 more rounds, they could at least guarantee themselves a cushion of overtime, which would be their opponents having to win by 2. But we'll see as things continue to rock and roll right now. Bomb does get forgotten in the spawn. So it does look like we're maybe they just actually don't care about the bomb. I'm very confused, but that's a disaster.
Yeah.
Oh no, Washi.
Okay, Ralph trying to reel it back in. Jesus, now the last hope. 1v4, as Ralph technically did find one. He does have the bomb in hand, and, you know, as of right now, it ain't looking too good, homie. R9-0, definitely not the best option on a map like this. You want to get that bomb planted and head for the hills. It's a 1v4. You don't have that option. They're going to come all at you not one at a time, but all at once, and surely we'll see if he can catch him off guard before he does so. Ooh, maybe a little bit of feet going to be held there. Tech didn't see him, and by the graces of God timing, Jesus, going to be able to lurk in the middle of the map. I think he may have gotten a little bit of a hint that Tech was up top. I think I caught it from his perspective. He surely did. So 2 right here on the A site. The collapse from the top side from Tech could come through. Here comes the hit. He's going to be sneaky with 1. A little bit more doable here, but his position has been compromised, and they are just dead set on watching for the exit. Tech holding one side. Washi holding the other. Tech no, I thought he gave it up for a little bit. No, Washi's there. That is it, chat. Game 2, 7-4. We flip sides. We didn't see Mayhem come to life once.
Yeah, definitely a little bit unfortunate, but truly just is what it is. I mean, I would have loved to see that game 3, but LG came through with a little bit too much fire to get us to that point. And I'm a little disappointed, but at the same time, we got to see a really good match between these two teams. LG just happened to come out on top, and it did start really, really solid for the side of Team Mayhem. But once we got to that defense for LG, they're a very, very strong search team, and their defense is very, very difficult to break. As you can see, they pretty much go flawless in the second half, or did entirely go flawless in the second half. So that's going to be a big 7-4 victory, 2-0 win for the side of LG, with Band coming through as that MVP. 11 kills on the board for him, 10 for Vague, 9 for Washi, 7 for NB, and 6 for Tectonic. You look over the opposition, we did have 2 players as well in double digits on 11 and 10, but the rest is a little bit lower. So let's see real quick. I think that's what, like 4 extra kills maybe made the difference in this matchup?
I mean, yeah.
5 kills.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a little bit lopsided in the kill department. I mean, I don't know if kills necessarily determined. Well, it certainly did, but it's like we got onto the defending.
It's not the only factor.
And they just like shut it down. Who would have thought that they would have been good at this map? You take a look back maybe like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, when we watched them just get absolutely bodied 7-0 by a TLE team that ended up winning stage 4 for Latin South America by a long shot. It wasn't even close. They looked the best, and there's no question about it, right? There's nothing questionable about it either. So you take a look at how far this LG team has came on this map in particular. I think it's it's tenfold turnaround. Great.
Yeah. Great
performance out of them. A little shaky on the attack, but I think we're able to wiggle 2 rounds out, right?
Yeah. It was definitely a solid matchup between these two teams, but like we said, LG is going to come out on top, and now we'll be getting ready for our next matchup. But I do think we have a little bit of a longer break between here, because I do believe we have obviously we have we had to wait to see who won that one. So we're taking a short break, guys, and we'll be back for your next matchup here momentarily.
Ace in this round alone, leaving Tech all alone to do the dirty work. Shut down. Set up in perfect proximity. And Raph right here around the corner. Oh my god, the Eagle. Shut him down. Raph lights out. We'll see you next round, homie Blur. Exit stage the same way, and it's all low Kings. 1v4, 30 seconds. The bomb's about to go boom. He's gonna go to cap one off. Kings! What is he doing?
Well, that is certainly a rather unfortunate moment. We now have 18 seconds on the clock. Once again, it's Team Mayhem. It is 1v2, but this time we don't have that pick on to Fake. See what Fake's going to play for here. This is a round of full flag LG. Even with that play, through Fake for the team. Tack is down, Fan is down, and Cartel. He's going to follow up. Kings finds a follow-up onto Washi in the 4-2 advantage in favor of Team Mayhem. Looking at the lead here. Kings good for 3 this round, and now it's just Envy.
Yeah, it's just Envy, but hey, he's found one. 1v3 up for grabs, technically 1v4. Jesus, almost gets shut down. About one shot. You look in his direction, and Envy now backs against the wall. Here comes the players of Mayhem. They're looking to shut down the rotation. Jesus gets up over the No! He wins it. And Envy almost does it. I mean, that would have been about as nasty as it gets those first 6 rounds. They're going to have to reel it back in some way, somehow. For a miracle, though, Bombs made his way towards the safe site. The guys up made control as well. And Crossfire set up. He got Blur set up on the backside looking for their rotation. It certainly is going to give away their location, but that bomb play is coming regardless. Bang going to be able to shut down Blur. 3v5 here for the retake.
All right, well, we'll certainly see as things continue to roll. The 3v5 definitely doable, but not going to be easy. Jesus is going to open things up in a good way. Getting the kill onto Washi, but Big right there to take him down. Tack good for the kill onto Raph. The refrags come through. Tack Right now, off to a great start. You don't normally see a big lead developed off of a P1 on Summit, and they've done a great job in doing so.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are for our second series of the night. If you didn't get enough Luminosity Gaming in your fill, well, guess what? We got some more of them coming up. It's LG taking on Tribe in a best of 5 in our second round of our playoffs for the Mobile Mayhem Summer 2023 season. LG looked pretty fiery off the rip, Dave, but can they handle Tribe? Obviously, question there probably would have been answered after that stage 4 performance, but they made some tweaks in this lineup, and I think that I have no idea what to think anymore.
That's a fair assessment. So I think we've got another great matchup ahead of you guys. Obviously, Tribe versus LG, another kind of stage 5 preview coming your guys' way. So definitely got to give credit where credit is due. And you've got a pretty stacked lineup here for the side of Tribe, including the kind of newer trial member that I don't think we're supposed to say who it is.
What? No, I mean, the esports account already made the post. Like, everybody knows. It's Rapallo, it's S-Thug. Ain't no questions about it. They're here, they're playing, they're ready to rock and roll. Thoughts? Rihan,
Wow.
S-Thug. This is the 5 that they're presenting tonight, because I've seen several different variations of it. It's S-Thug, Rihan, Rapallo, Space, and Forsaken. To my understanding, I don't know how true it is, but Bolo, I don't believe Bolo is what a part of this combination of players at all.
Sounds about right.
He got removed from the team as well too, or from the Mobile Mayhem roster. Interesting. I'm sure YouTube chat would not be appreciating that if we were live on YouTube, is what I would say.
Well, they'll see it later, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. Well, we have not gone over the best 3 yet, right?
Well, we haven't because it's best 5.
Or best 5, yeah. Sorry. All right. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and go through that now. And honestly, it is a pretty exciting one. We're going to start things off with Hardpoint on Takeoff. Game 2, we'll be back to Express on that Bullet Railway. It's going to be our Search and Destroy on Express. Game 3, Raid Control. We talked about this one a little bit earlier, of it being our potentially favorite control map. Hardpoint on Summit to follow that up, and if we were to make it to a Game 5, we would see a Search and Destroy on Firing Range. Glad to see that back in the mix. We did have bans on Apocalypse, Tunisia, and Crossroads, as well as Hacienda, Meltdown, and Standoff.
Okay, well, bans came through, maps are up, we are ready to rock and roll. The wheels on this bus about to take off, Day, and I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a long uphill battle here for this Tribe roster. They're not playing with Jez. He didn't really do too much in stage 4. He didn't do too much. He did a lot against Devious, and I know Rehab must feel some kind of way about that, but I'm sure he's pretty content with being on this side of the gunny this time around. Also, Solo not into the mix. I don't think there is a shadow of a doubt that Solo will be making it back onto this roster. He by far had the best stage 4 performance out of anybody on that Tribe roster. Anybody was questionable, it wasn't Solo. There was no ifs, ands, buts about it. Space held his own as well. I think Rapallo was a little mixy at times, but I felt like he contributed a lot. Forsaken's definitely one of those players that you would look back and go, man, I would have loved to see a little bit more out of him. And of course, Jez, I don't know if he's quite the player that he once was. He's certainly capable of it, but I just don't see the interest in the game like we used to see. We don't see the passion in playing from him as much as we used to. The man's from the 808. He's used to having 70 ping every game. And that didn't stop him before we get the LAN. And man, it's like the reverse opposite. Maybe like get him on a VPN to Hawaii and he performs better.
Oh man, it's I mean, realistic. It is realistic. So, I guess we'll see as things continue to roll on for the level of competition that we're at here in COD Mobile this year. But I do believe all of our players are readied up, and we should be getting ready to get on into the game. Looking at our operators once again, I don't see anything out of the ordinary. You've got kind of the main five that we see in the current situation. So definitely excited to get on into this one, just as we were in the last one. And this time we're at least guaranteed to get the control in this best of five. So absolutely huge game here potentially for these two teams. And Verdict, do you have any thoughts between these two rosters? Obviously, we saw LG perform there in the last game, but we're some new lineup situations here for the side of Tribe.
I think this Tribe team is a lot different than what we saw presented to us in Stage 4, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. I think LG is on their grind. They're on their game. They got tech back in the mix. There's not a question about the search and destroy. Wasn't a question about the hard point either. It was all a matter of execution. So I don't want to tiptoe around this one. I think this one's going to be a 3-0 in favor of LG. Would anticipate to see a little bit of a different performance, as we've seen online performance be a little different out of this Tribe team. Also, I think they got the devices early on, but even with that being said, I don't think they really adjusted well, even with the time that they were allotted. Mayhem didn't have nearly the time as Tribe did, and they look like 10 times better, and it wasn't even close. 3-0 sweeps.
That's fair.
Both times around. And even online, I think LG handles business here. I don't think Tribe, they stand a chance, but realistically, they're still trying to figure things out.
All right, well, I guess we will see as things continue to rock and roll here. I've got to be on the same page with you here, LG. They've been on their grind. They've been looking good. Tribe coming through with some roster changes, obviously, can have a big impact on your performance as well, especially in the synergy factor. So we'll see as things keep rolling, but I think I got to be honest with you. I'm right there with you that I think LG have a pretty distinct advantage coming into this matchup.
You're absolutely right. We're going to go ahead and send out another notification. That's right, it's Tribe, it's LG, it's game number 1, ready to rock and roll, coming your way. Takeoff is where this one will set place as we jump into our second series of the night. The matchup that should have been. Everyone's begging for it here. In Stage 4, let me tell you, Tribe did not perform very well to get to that stage, surely. LG did. They're here yet again. He went out in the open yet again. Tribe trying to get all over it. Smoke going to cover the path of ban. Is going to be able to find 1-3 in the feed for S-Dog and crew. It's Rihan coming through for some time on the hill as well as Space. Oh, my tech going to be able to shut him down, though. So, opening kills going in favor of the side of Tribe, but right now they're doing a little bit of, disservice to themselves, not getting onto that objective.
All right, well, we will certainly see as things continue to roll on here, Verdict. And again, I got to be on the side of LG for this one, but we'll see what this new Tribe lineup is bringing to the table for our playoffs here. So Envy, good rotation from behind, going to be able to take down Space, and a slight lead so far for the side of LG, but with most of our maps in COD Mobile P1, not really a full holdable situation at this level of competition, at least, right? Like, if this was like round 1 of Stage 3, maybe you have a complete blowout, but that is just not the competition when you have LG and Tribe in the mix. So we'll see as things continue to roll out. Obviously, P3 going to be a very, very big hill for this map, as well as the P4, but P2 has some special moments as well. So we'll see what happens here. Space going to get some information there. Doesn't see Band at first. Band below half health, going to get the turn because Space revealed himself. And that's going to be a big opportunity for the side of LG to continue on this hill.
LG not going to be on the hill for the time being. Break's going to come through as Rihanna up top. LG, though, looking to get the break on through the back, and finally are going to be able to clear out those 2 players from the Tribe roster that were left standing. Band going to be able to go monster mode for a 3-piece. Finally going to get traded out. Envy there to find one in return. Raballo spraying and praying for the second. Not going to be able to find it. Vague has been on his game here tonight. Is not going to be denied yet again. The rotation over to Fernu is going to be made there from Tribe as LG are now collecting a lot of uncontested time. With that being said, Raballo and crew, they need to be flawless. Raballo's going to get dropped. Banned from half court. Going to be able to find the nade shot to connect. And it's all up to S-Thug and crew right here on the backside of the secret side to control these spawns as the P3 rotations being made. Hills being popped open. And sure enough, it's LG. They're all over it. Oh my god, this one is just, this is just disrespectful.
Certainly looks to be the case right now. A 70-27 lead in favor of the side of LG, and it don't look like it's slowing down. Tech, two-piece on the War Machine. You've got Band, two-piece with the Switchblade. Space, gonna hop up, does get that cleanup on the Band, so maybe this is big for him. Gotta imagine, where was the call out from that for Tech? I mean, Band died up top, had no idea that Space was coming in behind him. Space gonna get two more before Tech is able to get the refrags. That is gonna be still a sizable lead for the side of LG right now.
Sizable lead indeed. Now they're going to get the connection over to P4. Not looking too bright here. We're looking for a little bit of a standout performance from this Tribe roster. We ain't getting it so far. 40-point lead rotating in. Raballo's on the trails for one. It's Tech. He's elusive. Not going to be able to move himself out of that position, though. It's Raballo going to be able to find the shots from the backside. Washi going to be able to pop the op as well. The Annie out in abundance. There is Forsaken. On the front side, going to be able to lay low for the time being. Going to need to collapse. He's going to get shut down. Envy onto the objective. It is a free game grab. Vague now on from the respawn. He's got the topside control. Forsaken going to get gunned in cold blood. And just like that, Tribe now going to be on the outskirts looking in. And they're going to need somebody to bail him out. Is a Rehan? Not this time.
All right, well, plenty of kills coming through, and looking at it right now, Band way ahead of the pack. Homie is absolutely frying this game. 25 kills on the board. More kills than Tech and Washi combined at this point, but it's Washi definitely having a little bit of a slow start right now, and unfortunate moments like that. Just did not check your angles and ends up getting gunned in the back. But the 120-52 lead still in favor of the side of LG right now. Tribe definitely have an avenue back into this game, but they're definitely going to have to turn it up in the kills. With Forsaken and Space being on 9 kills apiece, they have lacked a lot of map control during this game, so it's going to be a big opportunity for the side of Tribe to be able to make a comeback, but they got to find a way to break LG at this point. Specifically, they got to find a way to stop Band, because Band is just, I mean,
good freak, bro. Hey, I don't know. That looked like it was him, Rehan, bro. I don't know. They need as much help as they can get at this point. And it did not look as though Rehan missed a single shot right there. Band has hardly been denied this game. 29 kills already, double positive. And half the lobby on the right-hand side of the screen looking double negative. Forsaken right there along the lines. 10 and 18, 10 and 21 for Space. And once upon a time, this was a team that, what did they have? 250-34 over the same LG roster. And stage 4 qualifiers, group play, something different. You get the stage, or you get to land, and I mean, everyone just lights out. Nobody performing. Right now, they need a little bit of a miracle. Doubled up the points so far for LG as the rotation over the dude is going to be Tribe on the objective for the time being, but they're going to have to battle out of the respawn, where they do have the favorable sites. We'll see if they can hold on to some of this essential hardpoint time, as they're desperately going to need 60 and more here.
All right, well, we will certainly see. LG sitting at about 150 points on the board, so only about 100 more to go for them. And Band has broken all the way up into 33 on the board, but got 28 as a top on the opposition. So not a huge advantage there. The difference is on the bottom end of the spectrum right now, and again, Tribe just unable to find the momentum that they need. As you can see, Raballo comes in. That is going to be a big kill for him, taking down Washi. We're getting some time on the board now for the side of Tribe, so we will see what's going to happen as we continue to roll on, but it is not looking good for the side of Tribe. They've got a lot of work that needs to be made up here. Envy finds a big two-piece. Washi now pulling out the Annihilator. Going to be good for at least one. Do you see a lock on that?
Yeah, I mean, hey, somebody unlocked aimbot early on in the season. Love it. There's no error 404 code here, buddy. This one is just all gunny. Washi. Hello. Finally going to get shut down. It is Rihan from a distance. There is, we see Rapallo actually gets the kill, and off the respawn, Rihan going to be able to take advantage of another. Secret's now compromised. The spawn is going to be in favor of Tribe as long as Rihan actually gets a kill right here on Tech. Yeah, it happens. There's the hipfire spray looking nasty. Washi. What? I mean, he was just shooting at somebody else. That has just got to be the worst COD time. Rihan, though, is going to be able to get the respawn of life as the connection over to P4 is going to be made. 12 seconds left to go here in this one. Rapallo going to be fighting for the scraps all day long. Connection's already been made from S-Stuck. He's sitting on 25. 190 to 117 is your stat line. And Tribe need all of this time and then some to get back into the swing of things. They have finally found themselves in triple digits. Can they make it a little bit more doable?
Well, they're certainly trying at this point, but it still maintains a pretty sizable advantage for the side of LG, with now only needing a single full hard point away from potentially grabbing themselves a victory. But you've got to get those numbers on the board one way or another. Does look like Washi going to find a free one here. Now pushing on in. This is a great opportunity for Tribe to swarm the hill. Smokes are out, though. Tech good for 2. S-Thug good for 1, but Envy coming through with the Sparrow. Going to shut down the hopes that Tribe possibly had to make for themselves there. And that is going to be rather unfortunate for Tribe as LG continue to rack up the points. But P1 is going to be opening up in that direction here momentarily. Just not a whole lot that Tribe can do to stop what's happening to them because, I mean, LG, like we said, just a well-oiled machine at this point, a very, very strong contender. And again, they don't have that struggle of having a roster synergy kind of reset that we have for Tribe. So definitely not a great position for them, but it is very, very doable.
No, yeah, and it's not great that you got guys like Forsaken in space vastly underperforming. Forsaken gonna be able to find one there as he pops the Purifier. He is already one-shot banned. Ran through him like a freaking finish line all game long. This one has been a tough one. Tribe not gonna be anywhere near that finish line. As a matter of fact, it is only 35 seconds that shut. They need to be collected here from LG to shut this one down. Band just gonna go for kills for fun. At this point, he's sitting on 40. And surely he's going to leave the homies to collect the time. Well, they're not going to do it. Finally, there we go. Faye's going to hop it. Envy's up top for the connection for P2. Tribe, your time is running out, buddies. 60, or not 60, sorry. 32 seconds needed now to shut it down with the P2 rotation being made. You need, what, 110 if you're the side of Tribe? It's not looking too good.
All right, well, 18 points to go. The danger zone for the side of Tribe right now, and I don't think there's any question that LG are going to be able to close this one out. So that's pretty unfortunate, but it is what it is. Maybe with the triple and the double coming through from Tribe, they can get some good lockdown time here, but it is still going to take an absolute miracle for them to overcome their opponents in this situation. So we'll see as things keep rolling here what's going to happen, but do have a very, very big advantage in the favor of LG. You've got 2 players now that have crossed into the side of the 40s. Meanwhile, 43 for the opposition, so top of the board, still not the big issue, and we are catching a little bit on the end as well. Forsaken on 26, Space on 26 as well. They're not that far behind, so if they play flawlessly here, this is a doable comeback, but we're just in such a dangerous position.
No, we are definitely. I mean, this position is nowhere near comfortable, and it should, because this is a pit that you found yourself in. They're starting to dig themselves out. And at this point, it might be doable. Only 5 seconds collected off of P2. Break needs to be coming through desperately. Tech gonna be able to hop the hill. Is gonna have some top control. Spawn's locked down. Rihan shut down along with it. Forsaken. Last player alive. He's not gonna be able to break that threshold, and that is gonna do him for game number 1. Slow start. They started picking up towards the end. Ultimately, still not enough to take down LG. Try falling short in a very underwhelming performance off the rip. Again, they tidy things up towards the end, but hell, we were putting the finishing touches. You know, bows on it, stuck a fork in them. They were done. They just kept on fighting towards the end, though. Eventually led us to that P3 where we see the game end. Ban started off double positive. He ended up with 43 and still a damn good performance. Got stalled out towards the end. Rihan is him, bro. Minute and 6, 46 and 38. Got to have some more numbers like that if you want to see Tribe take the dubs.
Yeah, definitely do. Again, Forsaken and Space struggled here on takeoff, but maybe they'll find their groove on some of our upcoming maps. Obviously, earlier we talked a little bit about Express being back in the mix, and well, that's a pretty good position to have players like Rihan, Forsaken, and Riballo on the team. Rihan, obviously, I mean, listen, this guy is a absolute madman some games when it comes to the snipes, so that could be a really good position for the side of Tribe to be in if he's able to get some of those early picks. I mean, you've got a ton of sniper talent on the side of Tribe, right? You've got Rihan. We've seen S-Thug snipe in the past. We've obviously seen Forsaken snipe in the past. Space, Riballo, one of our nominees for Sniper of the Split at one point.
Who are we fooling now? I mean, that joke continues to get funnier throughout the years. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man.
It truly does.
It's just like fine wine, man. We're Riballo snipes, bro. Let me tell you. You thought that hardpoint was a quick one. It is going to be a lot quicker once he picks up the gunnies. Certainly hope to see everybody pick up the gunny. That last game, not a picture perfect performance. At one point, I was spectating Forsaken. I'm like, dude, just get on the hill, bro. Don't take engagements. Just sit on the hill. Don't do much. You're feeding them. At one point, and he started to reel it back in. I think he kind of realized, like, hey, dude, let me just collect this hill time. And let me just run it up, and maybe we get back in this. They got back in it towards the end, but it was just too much of a disaster to reel back in and make something out of it, obviously. LG, they're not going to play with their food. They kind of did. They were kill whoring for a little bit, but they shut it down finally. Nonetheless, it's LG taking game number 1. We're heading over into another Express Search and Destroy. You said it. It's the Bullet Train. We're heading to LA, out west. And they know how to do it best. That's right, we're taking a little bit of a line out of Vague's repertoire. West is the best, right? Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what is that thing they say? West Coast is the best coast, but East Coast is the beast coast?
Yeah, something like that. That sounds like some 90s stuff right there.
I know, right? I think it is. I truly think it is. Oh, okay. Goodness. All right, well. Showing our age a little bit here, but...
These kids don't know anything about
that. It's all right. Goodness. All right, well, Express coming your guys' way. Again, will the sniper lineup that we bring to the table out of the side of Tribe be able to overcome their opponents? That is a big question right now. And well, we'll certainly have to see what's gonna happen. But LG, they proved themselves the last time on Express. That defense was impenetrable from them. So hopefully we'll see Tribe capitalize a little bit. I'd like to see into a game 4, potentially a game 5 here, but with the way things have been going, I'm not entirely sure that's going to be the case.
We're going to need to see Tribe penetrate them at some point. You got to get started here in this Search and Destroy, though, because that hard point didn't look good at first. I reeled it back in towards the end. That's great and all, but sometimes these games just get too far out of reach. Wait for LG to ready up. Envy is going to be the last player on the list to green check it, and we're ready to roll. Those look like we're going to go ahead and spam it. We're not going to waste anybody's time. We're going to go ahead and get back to our feature matchup of the night, only because it was a best of 5, and Mayhem didn't take us to a game 3, unfortunately. Let's see if LG can take another one, snag another one, take a 2-0 quick lead up, or if Tribe's going to put up a little bit of a fight. I feel like I was watching them in stage 4. I was just like poking them with a stick. Do something. Come on, Tribe. Do something. They didn't do anything. They beat Devious. Yeah, but that's like the bare minimum, bro. What happened?
I mean, Could have been worse. They could have got knocked out by Devious. Imagine
Man,
living with that.
imagine. Ooh. Man, I think Ferg would have like broke 3 iPads if that were to happen.
I think Tribe would have picked up Devious at that point.
Hey, I think you might be right. That might have been what could have been in the cards. Yikes.
Goodness.
Okay.
All right, well, we'll certainly see as we get into this Express if Tribe are able to bring anything to the table. Again, the sniper lineup they have, actually incredible. So I'm kind of interested to see who the 2 snipers are going to be. And we'll see as things continue to roll if they can overcome LG. It has not been looking good for them, but it is certainly still a doable situation. So we'll see as things keep rolling what we've got going on. But I just don't know if I believe, you know? Does that make sense?
I mean, hey.
LG just looking too good right now.
Yo, yeah. And then their best game mode's coming up too. We saw what the flip looked like. If you can put up maybe 5 or 6 points on the, first 6 rounds that you're going to have on the defending side, you might stand a chance because we know the defense is locked down once it gets to LG getting their side. We'll see if they can put it away and go up quick 2-0. Right now, we're still waiting on Envy. Doesn't look like he's green check marked up as of yet. Marshy, don't tell us to be nice, bro. We are literally doing our jobs. Okay, we didn't say anything
Sometimes
negative.
you just gotta call it like it is. I mean, that's the reality, right?
Thanks. Okay, well. Tribe down 1-0. Hardpoint didn't go their way. Once upon a time, they 250 to 30 something LG. Not today. That didn't happen, and it wasn't even close. So we'll see if somebody else will step up here in the search and destroy. Give Rehan and S-Dog some help. Rabal started to turn Jets up towards the end, but again, gotta have a consistent performance from start to finish if you want to take down LG.
All right. Well, we will certainly see. That is a big factor here, but I believe we're ready to get on into the game. Not quite sure what we're waiting for. Oh, apparently just for me to say it. All right, cool. That works. So we're getting into the action. Yeah. Thoughts, opinions? Do you think Tribe can do it in the search?
That's tough. God, I hope so. I don't want this to be a quick, 3-0, just like we saw the quick 2-0 earlier. I hope this one is close. I hope it's interesting. I'm hoping that it becomes a little bit better on the, both fronts. Right now, first 6 rounds for LG, they only picked up 2 off of Mayhem. Right now, they're hitting over towards this A site. Up top is Band. He's already got the top control. No, he's in the train. He's going to spot one in S-Dog. Gives the call out. And through the smoke, we're going to see Rabalo continue to lurk through. Rehan going to be able to shut down one. S-Dog there to get his revenge. And just like that, the defense evens us back up at a 3v3. God, Washi! He had just peeked the window, my guy.
They have the bomb.
Gets one, and somebody else gets another. It's all in space. They're all over A, buddy.
The bomb has been planted.
All right, well.
Oh, my
Defensive
God.
round win would have been really needed by the side of Tribe to start things off, and doesn't look good. LG come through and absolutely power through their opponents, and that is going to give us a first round win for the side of LG, and you're still going to be looking at that sniper lineup on the side of Tribe. Obviously, Space bringing it to the table. He's proven himself in the past, but for a while did move himself away from the sniper position. And then also we do have Rehan bringing the snipes to the table. He was good for one last round, but I mean, Vague just in a perfect position. Might have got that information. Sure enough, gonna push on up. S-Thug gonna find one. That's big. Makes it look a little bit more doable here. Oh, Rehan, big snipe on the tech.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You talking about those cheeky positions. Well, Vague literally wiping the floor with them. Never anticipated the back wrap, and surely he goes big. Bombs down. 35 seconds on the clock here for the retake. Space now in a little bit of a pickle. 1v2 style. Vague. Up top. Oh, he's already been spotted. Envy. Inside the trade he goes. And the collection is going to come through. They want the gunny. They get the pinch, and surely Space. Nowhere to go. 2-0. Early lead in favor of the boys over at LG. Tribe dig themselves a little bit of a hole here. Let's see if they can, bail themselves out.
All right, well, we'll certainly see. It's not going to be an easy one, but it is certainly going to be doable. Down 2, again, we did find some early snipes out of some of these players, but Vague, I mean, no setting back this time. Pushes right on up to go ahead and take down Rehan, and well, the team follows it up with 2 more. Now it's a 5 versus 2. Space, I mean, good for 1, but I mean, I don't know, man. This is looking like a disaster for Tribe right now, especially with Band cleaning up space. We had that 2v2 maybe, but I mean, Vague is just demon time today. Absolutely going ham.
This team's certainly having, the Tribe's certainly having their struggles right now. I mean, you're looking at it, we're going to neglect Sakin's Goose Egg. Matter of fact, I forgot he was even playing tonight. We're just going to forget that one altogether. And you're looking at Rehan and S-Dog literally carrying. They just started playing on this team. Why is Tribe struggling right now this hard? Space trying to do everything he can. He's going to be blooded off the rip. It's all in Forsaken and Rabalo who are making the journey. One on one side of the map, one on the other. They get split. They get spread. It is just, I mean, it's a dominant first 4 rounds through. And not a lot of life being breathed out of this Tribe roster at the moment.
All right, well, I mean, we already saw what the defense of LG looked like earlier, so I am not thinking we're possibly not seeing a round at all out of the side of Tribe at all here. But this is their first opportunity where they've really had an advantage at the beginning, right? We've got 2 picks now coming through. Forsaken and Robalo finding some more. That's going to leave Tectonic. Again, we might get around here, but we've really run out of space. Unless Tribe just truly are like monsters when it comes to the offense when we switch sides. This is looking like LG very likely going to have a 2-0 lead at the end of the search and destroy here. And looking into control, I absolutely already did not have a lot of hope in Tribe winning that one. Again, a lot of it going to be their new the new roster changes. Again, going to have to work on that synergy, and they're going to have to work on it quick, because while stage 5 is still a fair ways out, we're looking at just about 3 months at this point out, even a little bit. Actually, I think it's right about 3 months. They've got a lot of ground to cover. Got a lot of ground to make up here.
Yep, they do indeed. They got a lot of they got a little bit of time to make it happen. What is it? A little over 3 months. Just a little over 3 months. They've already announced that it's going to be in Hotlanta, baby. If you got your tickets, if you're in the area, make sure you are in attendance. I should be showing up. I hope I pop off there right now. Oh, man. Didn't anticipate Band to make that little peek right on through. S-Dog, notorious for lurking in this area. Dealt with rather quickly. Bomb's going to go down along with it. Space. Direct approach. Tech going to find one. Point blank. Can't get it done. Envy there for the trade. Vague for another. Just like that, right back into shambles that Tribe roster goes. And again, like I said, they have a little bit of time to work with it. Right now, I think they're doing the due diligence. They're trying to figure out what's going to work best. And I'm here to tell you, man, this ain't it. Most respectfully, there's something that has to be included in this, and it's got to be solo, for one. But I do applaud the due diligence that they're taking to make this try and work with what they've got here.
Yeah, absolutely. They're here putting in the work. They're getting that practice, and that is important. So we'll keep watching as we move on here, but it is not looking like it's going to be this search and destroy. We do have a 2-for-2 trade, so maybe they're able to find something here in this 3v3. And again, maybe Tribe just performs better at offense on this map. We'll have to see. Envy has bombed down, has it confirmed, and has a great head glitch to play as a result as well. Looked like Envy was going to pick up that kill there, but Washi going to come through with that kill on Rehan. Absolutely. Put him in the grave. That's going to be a little bit rough, as now Forsaken moving on up has to worry about that sniper watching this bomb down. Here it is. The push is coming through. Bomb is picked up. Washi, not a clue in the world, and that's going to be Space with the kill on Tectonic, but the confrontation might come through right now. Forsaken going to get bodied by Envy, looking at the wrong doorway. Sometimes that's just the case. Now, Space, you've got 8 kills on the board, homie. You look like you never took a break from sniping here right now. Can you find the 2v1 clutch is the big question. We once again have bomb down confirmed by the side of LG, and, well, they have all the ability in the world to just sit here and camp it out.
Yep, that's exactly what they're going to do here. It's sent when making Space make the move. His last known location, he took down Tech at some point. Shakes on the screen. It's not the nerves, that's the train. It's bullet fast. Space going to be able to get the bomb. Is he going to be able to make it out alive? No. Envy is the Reaper.
It's not over yet.
And dominant is probably an understatement. Just bodying them at the point. LG having their way with this tribe roster so far. Can they just go ahead and put the dagger in the backs of tribe? Certainly. We're all anticipating. We want this one to be over. We need to go to the control. We need to put this one out of our mind. Search and destroy. 8 it. We'll see if they can reel it back in, though, for one more time as they make their rotation over towards this A site. They've got it for free now, and, well, Spacey's kind of like the ticket man on the back line. He's waiting for somebody to make a move on through, and it's Envy who is going to be able to get the better of him at the moment. So, bomb certainly trying to make its way on in. Estelle going to be able to find one as well. Hold on. We got a 4v4. This could be interesting.
The bomb has been planted.
How interesting is it going to get?
Yes.
I mean, we're looking at a 6-1 position where LG have obviously shown their stuff on the defense. So the likelihood, in my opinion, of Tribe finding 6 rounds in a row, or at least 5 rounds in a row, just not great. So, and we're down to a 1v2 now with Forsaken being the last alive. Rounds the corner. Can't find the first gunny against Tech, and man, LG absolutely manhandled Tribe here in this matchup. 7-1 victory coming through. And I think one of the funniest parts of this kind of matchup is that you have, three former Tribe members on the side of LG coming through with a dub.
Technically only 2 right now, so Marcy's on the
bench.
Yeah. Sorry, Marcy.
I meant on the team in general.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, there's certainly a lot to be said about that, but we'll pay homage to that old Tribe team. This one ain't what it used to be. Tribe falling off is, them possibly the reality check they need to do better and get better before Stage 5 hits, because let me tell you, Atlanta, they are not going to be forgiving, my guy. They are not going to care what kind of roster trials you went through in September, right? Doesn't matter how you do it, just get it done, Tribe. We need all 3 teams in attendance here for North America, and I think this was the best year for North America to reign dominant, supreme. And Rehan and S-Thug being added into the mix certainly gives me hopes. I just hope they iron the kinks out around the edges, because as of right now, it ain't looking good. Still a lot of time to turn it around, though.
All right, well, 7-1 victory. Not a whole lot to say about that one. Vague was on demon time and a half during that game. You've also got Envy and Washi coming through with 8 kills apiece. Look over at the opposition. I've got 3 players on 3 kills here. You're just not going to win Search and Destroys putting up numbers like that. And again, I think a lot of it is going to be kind of the time spent discovering, who's playing what role, what rotations is who making on what maps, etc. So, Tribe, like we said, definitely got a lot to work on with a new roster under their belt. They're a very, very strong team. Again, we just got bodied by LG, but again, Devious down and out, and that is a factor. So pick up on Rehan here, pretty good. Obviously, you've got S-Thug, you've got Rabalo, Forsaken, Space, all players that have proven themselves in the past. So I truly believe this is a NA roster that has a ton of potential despite the situation they're in right now. And again, they've got 3 months to work on it. So even if they come through with the loss here, their opponents surrendered during our first match of the night, which is why we're having less games here. But here we are. So I ain't mad about it. I ain't mad about it.
I am not.
I believe in this team to pick it up. Maybe not today, but I think they'll stand a good chance when it comes to stage 5 time.
Got it. Love to hear it. Right now, we're gearing up for what could be predictable 3-0 right around the corner, or just hear me out, chat. The start and beginning of one of the best reverse sweeps we've seen to date. Only you'll get to see her exclusively on Mobile Mayhem. Obviously, this was the matchup that everybody anticipated to be the grand finals for that stage 4. Not so fast, my friend. It didn't pan out, didn't play out that way. We'll see if Tribe go out swinging here in this one, or just maybe there's a little bit of hope here for this particular 5 stack to make something happen. We'll find out now as we're going to get geared up for what could be our last game of the night. It is Control on Raid, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right, Day? It is 100%. So we're not even having to go too far. The Bullet Train, in comparison to Hollywood Hills of California, they're just like in the same, well, not in the same zip code, probably not in the same area code, because, well, I mean, let's be fair, LA's huge. It's in the hills, though, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, this is the map that we constantly are talking about being our favorite control map. So definitely excited to get on into this one. Again, I get a feeling that LG just probably come through and win. My hopes were that Tribe would win the Search and Destroy and show us their stuff. That was obviously not the case. But Control, I feel like this is just LG domination. And, you know, again, a lot of that is going to come down to just team synergy. It's not necessarily that the players are just flat out better. It is more of the kind of nitty gritty than anything else, right? I mean, we've got top tier competitors on both of these teams. We do have some newer talent to the mix on the side of Tribe, with obviously Raballo, Forsaken, S-Thug Space. Maybe not as veteran, but the upper level of the skill cap is definitely there. We've seen all of these players compete at the level that LG do. So right now, very, very close matchup, 23-23, single tick of progress on both of our hills. And we're going to be watching out for some of these operator uses as they come up. Obviously, we're not there yet, but about maybe a third of the way there for pretty much everybody right now. So coming up quicker than you know it. The 1 score streak we have on board is going to be that shield turret for Washi, opting to run the lower end of streaks to try to cycle more hunter killers and more predator missiles. So everyone else running EMP. So
yeah, this is a little bit of a mystery here. I don't know what Tribe was doing. They gave up A, and then they just, I mean, they finally put the brakes on B. There was a lot of double time in between. And surely, chat, you already know what's up for grabs here. This mode recently added into rank. You may have gotten a chance to jump into the lobbies a few times, but you already know, once those ticks of progress come through, there ain't no erasing them once it gets to that second tier. And, well, I mean, all it takes is one wipe there from the boys over at LG over to Tribe. They get onto that objective, and that time goes by quicker when you stack it. We'll see if LG can get the job done. So far, they've done well in the objective department. Kills, not necessarily the best. Washi, Vega, and Envy sharing 3 or 4 apiece. LG or Abandoned, Tectonic, on the other hand, they're having a little bit of a slower start, and surely doesn't matter how you start, it matters how you finish. Washi coming through in the clutch as the middle of the map is cut. He's there. Envy, they're cleaning out kitchen. All 5 of the Tri players nowhere in sight. They're all over that B objective, Dave.
all right, well, 14-11, going to be very, very close right now as far as lives go. But keep in mind, guys, we got plenty of control optimization since it dropped. Now, 4 life lead still in favor of the side of Tribe. They might actually come through with a defensive win here, but we do have a lot of ticks of progress counted for the side of LG, and that could be a deciding factor for that 5th round. Couple big kills come through for Washi, but Rehan gonna find some of his own. We now got a body on the hill. It's gonna be Vague.
Oh my.
It's 7-3, halfway through that extra tick. Did they make it? Forsaken's down. Vague looking for more.
Oh my god. It's all on tech.
Goodness.
It's a 1v3, no respawns for either. One on the objective. There goes the nade shot. He's got a War Machine, but he's also got Rapallo and S-Thug right in his face. That one almost got out of hands. I gotta say, Tribe, you damn near sold that one, but you reeled it back in. That's all that matters. They take a first round defending site. 2 ticks of progress onto that B, and then a full capture. In total, 5 for the boys over at LG. Now it's going to be Tribe's turn to run the map themselves. In the middle of it is going to be Washi, who's going to get some shots on one. Envy going to be able to find the first. Saken going to be able to find a nasty 2-piece. They've got kitchen control. Saken going to get gunned down, though. A little too hot to handle. Surely is still a little bit of a lifeline on towards this A site where they've got pools controlled, and they've also got money control as well. Zesta up in it with a Sparrow to go big. Tectonic doesn't even peek the corner. Gonna get obliterated. And surely there should be some time going in favor of the boys over Tribe.
All right, well, big kill out of Tech. They're going to take down Rehan. We do have 1 tick of progress coming through on the A side. One thing I want to call a mistake for the side of Tribe is right now all 5 players are running EMP, and I just don't think that's an optimal loadout at this level of competition. Right? There's no reality where that's the case. I'd rather see like a 3-2 split. Where you have
I agree.
People running the lower streaks. You're going to get more hunter killers on the board. You're going to get more predator missiles on the board doing that. So Washi, great strategy, right? He's got the 2-click activation for the shield turret so that he theoretically can't accidentally
we've seen
theoretically we have seen it in EU.
Well, we'll just chalk that one up to, you know what, they didn't want to play. At this point, at this stage, I think everyone in this lobby wants to play. Everybody wants to get better. Ban, he's getting better. He's going to find a 2-piece. He's going to get shut down. S-Dog onto the hill. And I'm still shocked, man. They had all that A control. They had all that map control. And they only got a single tick onto that. Right now, they're trying to lock in the time here over at B. Ringside's control for the time being. S-Dog doing miracle work as that first tick of progress is going to come through. Be able to beat somebody off the heady on towards that laundry site. Ban now trying to get involved as well. He's going to get shut down. 3 players hopping the hill. This time going to go by quick. Tribe locking it in for the time being. They are going to get that 3rd tick almost instantly. And some streaks going to come through. S-Dog piecing them, as he is going to be able to find one with the Preddy and hold the phone here. Tribe have the upper hand in the life advantage, and there goes the hunter killer. They're looking to put a little bit of a kill shot on this LG team, who has yet to get their wits about them. Look at this. This is a little bit of a punch that LG didn't anticipate. And just like that, we're down to 5 lives there for LG. Make it 4. As Rehan's going to be able to find another. They're looking for the kill shot as well. And this one could be a matter of lives. There's 40 seconds left to go on the clock.
Man, coming down to the wire again, but Tribe actually have themselves in a decent situation. Vague, gonna be the last live. He finds 1 position reveal.
No!
Looking for 2. He's gonna get it. Oh, but Forsaken in the back. And I had absolutely no thought that Tribe would have an advantage when it came to the control. So I'm kind of mind blown here that they got 1-7 in the search that I thought they had the best chance at. But right now, I mean, control looking pretty decent for this roster. Again, you kind of got to wonder, you know, what teams are holding back a little bit, what teams are giving it their all, and it's just kind of hard to say. It's kind of hard to say until we get to that stage at 5 and really truly see what these teams bring to the table when everything's on the line. But right now, Tribe, look, they might be able to force us into that game 4 nonetheless.
Possibly. They got to take down Tech, though, man. But he's on a 5 right now. He's racking up some hill time, too. They got the 2nd tick of progress. This is one thing Tribe have struggled with all game long. They haven't been a fan of the objective. Matter of fact, they're just going to chalk B up. And I think it's the right call, but it might be a little too late. 4-life lead in favor of LG. Preddy coming through for Tech. He's going to play for some information. Rabalo, 1 shot. Going to make the most of it? No, it is going to be the trophy that saves him. But Tech going to be able to continue on his reign of dominance here in this one. A little bit of a slow start. Rehan finally going to be able to call his number. Shuts him down. And Tribe getting back into the control. 150 on the clock. 21-20. It is a dead even life count And LG struggling here on getting these later objectives through. Space also being a little bit of a hindrance, but here comes the boys. They're going to lock it in for a push through the kitchen. They're going to be able to find one. But Fake going to get shut down, and everything they had going for them now going to be reset. And they're going to have to cover all odds and ends to get back towards that backside of jungle. And Rehan, he is literally cutting them in half on the rotations through that ring site.
All right, 14-15. Tribe, they're on the defense here. They could easily give us this round 4, but they gotta find a way, as you mentioned, to shut down Tectonic, because I mean he has been a demon in just the right moments, right? I mean that is kind of the key factor. It's not always just kills; it's sometimes the timing of the kills. So if they can continue to shut them down, then they could come through with the win. But I mean, realistically, these rounds have come down to the very nitty-gritty verdict. I mean, it has come down to just a couple lives one way or another, a couple trades going the other direction could throw LG in the mix. And right now, Tribe losing grip on this round as Yellow kills coming through in the feed big time, 10-3, 9-3. And that progress is going to lock on out, or actually the final kill comes through right before. LG do find a point on the board, but Tribe have looked solid here. They have truly looked solid here in the stroll.
Minus that last round, they've looked very great. Well, I'll take that back. That first round wasn't very convincing. They took the win, which is all that matters at the end of the day. Right now, they have an opportunity to shut us down and go in a 3-1. Last round kind of just slipped out of their hands, and right now Space trying to get some wall bangs to land. It ain't that hot, my friend. The HVK hits at a distance, but it's better mid-range. Unfortunately, it's not going to be able to get a kill. SUG, though, is Envy. Oh, my God. Piecing them with the Sparrow, shutting down this B hit. And like I said earlier, it's not that they're allergic to the objective. It's just that they're not primarily programmed to play it off the bat. And so already 45 seconds in the hole, and we don't see a single tick of progress on either objective. Finally, we're going to be able to get some time there on the A site. But we're going to opt to play for kills? They're not doing a very good job with TDM Slayer at the moment.
All right, well, TDM Slayer is one way to put it, and kind of can be the case when it comes to control. And things not looking good for the side of Tribe right now. So maybe LG holding back a little bit at the beginning. Maybe Tribe just running out of gas. It's hard to say. They do have the life advantage, but they've got to get some progress here because time is very quickly dwindling away, right? I mean, we're looking at 26 seconds to make the plays happen, and this round might not even come down to lives. No. A progress is coming through big.
Oh, Rabalo.
Does look like we're going to get the A for the extension.
Yeah, A for the extension, 1:30 on the clock, 21-14. Rabalo trying to put in a little bit of that discount double time going over towards the objective, towards B. Got a little bit, his eyes did get a little bit too big for his gunny. Nonetheless, A does come through for the team. Where? Vague. My God, what a menace. He's all up in your spawn, too. Got to find a way to shut him down. LG down, but certainly not out in this one. Space going to be reaped yet again. And LG, a line of scrimmage you must pass before getting onto this ring site. I mean, it is looking impossible at the moment. Not a single body from LG has dropped. Rabalo's in the middle of the map at the time being, but right now we got to wait for this play to develop before we make these rotations. Washi is just going to beam him off the heady. And LG back to the kitchen cooking. Tribe is on the menu for right now. Let's see if they can find a way to get onto this objective.
All right, well, got plenty of opportunity for LG to close things out here. Obviously, no progress on B. We've got the life lead, but Tribe, if they're able to find some good kills here, they could quickly turn things around. But Tectonic, Band, they keep coming through for some more kills. Tech gonna find another. Tech gonna find another. Rabalo finally able to pick up a 2, but we're looking at time being out, and unfortunately, Rehan unable to get into position. I believe that was Band that took him down, and here we are going into the final round. And well, because of those big ticks we got in round 1, for the side of LG, even though Tribe were able to clutch things up at the very, very end. LG are going to have that defensive round one more
That's
time.
so huge.
And it is.
I mean, look, Tribe have an opportunity. They just got to start off right.
They
Like,
won.
right now, they're
They
all
did
over
win
the
on
objective.
upper one.
And that's it. Oh, my God. But just like that, they're not going to be rewarded for good behavior. No, they're going to be instead met with a Pretty from Tectonic. Where are the trophies at? And now it's a little bit of a scramble. They're on the middle of the map, trying to get back off that respawn. Forsaken. I mean, buddy, you just can't walk right into the war machine, are you? Yeah, he does. Tech's not going to be able to see him through the smoke, unfortunately. And all of a sudden, a little bit of an avenue towards his A site going to slowly develop. And a lot of map control being given away here on the backs of some respawns coming through for some of these LG players.
All right, well, life lead in favor of LG. We did get one tick of progress for Tribe onto B. That's big because that's where they got choked out last time, is on this B side. So we'll see what they're able to pull together here. Right now, it looks like they have A cleared out, and again, that tick of progress on B will be saved. Now the big question is, can we get this break into A? Second tick is going to be there working. Our first tick's going to be there working on the second one for A. It looks like that kill on the band is going to be good. Looking to extend this time here, but big opportunity from Vague, rotating in from behind, finds one,
Oh my
and
God.
finds two, and that's going to shut down that A
Merciless.
push. He did get two ticks, but time,
Yeah.
once again, a factor.
Yeah, this ain't the first 4 rounds, though. Takes of progress don't matter. I mean, right now, you've got to put it away. And you're trying to look at towards this B ring site. You got to take down Envy first. He's a champion. Band there to have his back. He's going to be able to shut down 2, and all of a sudden, the fate of Tribe are down to 6. And 10 seconds along with it. They've got to Rochambeau over towards that B site, or that A site, rather. Give them a little bit of an opportunity to get back into this. And, well, you've got operators out, but nothing in front of you. Raballo, waste of one. Forsaken, nobody at home. 6 to 11. You've got 58 seconds in the dream. Tribe got to roll. They've got to go. Envy's already being spotted. Forsaken gonna get saved by Space. Still a line on the backside, and you've got Band who's already up in your spawn. This is not a good way to go if you're Tribe.
All right, man. It is certainly looking rough for Tribe. Looking like our night might end a little bit early here on the backs of a 2-0 and potentially a 3-0, unless if Raballo, Rehan, and S-Thug can clutch things up right now. 3 versus 8. They got the A capture, but time running out. 20 seconds. Now a 2 versus 7. Raballo finds 1, but unfortunately they can't just sit back and harvest kills. And now Raballo last alive.
That's it.
I was gonna say he gets clawed, but Washi gets him with the
Yeah.
pistol. Oh, that's...
Jesus, that's tough.
Oh,
Tribe.
goodness.
They go up 2-0 early in the control. And no reverse sweeps here unless you're talking about the control in which LG shut down the dreams there of Tribe. And they put the 3-0, the shutdown. That was probably their best map, hands down their best map of all night. And you got to go back and look at it. If you're looking at it from a Tribe perspective, this roster didn't look good in Hardpoint and Search or Destroy. And Control's really only one game. You didn't win it either. So, what are we thinking, Dave?
As far as what?
I mean, this roster has potential. The Hardpoint didn't look good at all. The Search or Destroy didn't look good at all. But the Control looks seemingly doable at times.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like I said before, this is a roster that I truly believe has potential, and I think they showed it there in the Control. It was actually a very, very good matchup of Control between these two teams, but it's going to take time. Again, this is very, very recent as far as the roster changes go, and that's something that building that friendship, building that synergy, building that teamwork is all going to take time. So we'll see as things keep rolling what the end game is going to be. But, truly, it's just not their time. And I think that's going to be a very apparent case for, the competition that we see moving ahead. But once we get into, the later stages of next season, which I think is supposed to start in, the second week of October or something. I don't think any of the dates are official. But we are supposed to have one more season before. We may see their growth over the course of that time. But, up against LG, who's a roster that has already been together, has talent that has all seen the upper levels of competition pretty regularly, and just has a little bit more of that kind of veteran mindset to themselves. They just had a distinct advantage when it came to the matchup today.
You're absolutely right. Synergy there for the LG roster. At some point, doesn't matter if they have Marshy in the lineup and Tech on the bench. That doesn't even sound right. They won stage 4 with it. And you're telling me they are dripping in talent. They are certainly the best NA has to offer. Mayhem, they come up a little shy for themselves there in stage 4, as well as tonight. We take a look at the Pulse Action Report. Bracket is out in abundance. What are we expecting for Thursday? So Tribe, Mayhem, a little bit of a grudge match, right? Tribe didn't take a single map off of Mayhem in stage 4 playoffs. Surely they'll find a roster that works by Thursday and feel comfortable with playing, because, I mean, anything's got to be better than what we saw on land, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, again, at least they took down Devious, right? They didn't lose their spot. So
No, exactly.
That's the silver lining. But yes, they have a lot to work on moving forward. It's a roster I believe in. I don't think today is a showing that like anybody really is like super proud of, right? Like no, you might look at this matchup and say, why is this team going to stage 5? But there's time, and I think they will prove themselves when the time comes.
Time proves all, time heals all, time does a lot. We got, 3 months of it to, kind of figure out what's going on in this Tribe roster. Obviously, they booked their tickets. Are they going to get the most for their money, though? That's the question. Surely, they'll figure it out by then. Probably not going to get figured out by Thursday. And we're taking a look at the action. We're going to see it's Tribe and Mayhem, the first matchup of the night. The winner of that one will move on to face off against Luminosity in a grand finals best of 7s appearance, with 1 map advantage going in favor of LG, who has yet to be contested at the moment. Surely we'll see that change once we get to Thursday. Hopefully we'll get another, banger of a series on our hands. Obviously, I don't want to see that one go down in a 4-0 or, only seeing 3 games. That's boring, right? We need to see some. Right. Where are the competition at? Where are we? I'm excited. All right, that is going to do us for the night. We are going to be back live again Thursday, where we will have 2 matchups on our hand. We'll only be able to crown 1 champion, but they're not going home empty-handed. Plenty of prize money guaranteed just for showing up tonight. $400 for 3rd place. Again, I mentioned it. That is crazy,
just
bro.
For not surrendering in the first match.
For not throwing up the white flag. I mean, that's basically the first place prize pool for EU, right? I don't cast EU anymore. I don't know what's going on over there.
I don't want to talk about EU.
Yeah, well, somebody's gonna have to. Somebody will.
Yeah.
We'll find out. We're gonna get everybody geared up for a raid. Glad everybody tuned in and enjoyed the action. Back live Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. You already know what's going down. Followed up by a special episode of The Spawn too. So definitely want to be in attendance for that. We're going to send you lovely people over. We're going to hear a word of Call of Duty Mobile on the way out. We'll see you then.